I'm gonna continue my excitement now. I'm so sorry. Okay. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi and hello, and thanks for coming along and hanging out with me today. Okay, so before we get started on this video, I do want to say that this video is not whatsoever a review. It's just me gushing over Free and discussing, you know, everything that I liked about it, and just, like I said, it's just gonna be me fangirling most of the time and gushing about it and just talking about it. So, which is why I am calling these Let's Talks, which are gonna be what I'm gonna be what I'm going to be naming my videos from now on. So anytime you hear Let's Talk About or something like that, it's just me, again, gushing and talking about a series that I genuinely love, and I just want to like give you guys my thoughts overall, like everything that's going in my mind. And sometimes I jumble like a lot and like go back and forth, so excuse me for that. Again, I suck at these kind of things, but I love doing them from time to time. Not always, but from time to time, if I really do love a series, I will do a type of video like this. So now that Free's here, I really wanted to do a video like this. That way I can like freak out with you guys and gush about it and just talk about our favorite boys coming back. And yeah, so I will do this on a weekly, every Wednesday that Free comes out, except, let's see, I won't cover the third episode because I will be on vacation to Disney World. So just letting you guys know there. I won't be there for the third episode, and I probably won't see it until I come back from Disney, which is fine. I will not like remember. I will remember the whole day. I'm probably gonna be like, oh my god, phrase out. But I'm gonna be more focused, just having fun over there and just enjoying a good time at Disney World. It's gonna be my first time, by the way, so I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect. I'm very, very excited. But anyways, enough about me and my vacation. Coming up, I just wanted to let you guys know that I won't be covering the third episode, even though I probably will. Well, let me know if you guys are interested, if you know, with me covering the third episode, but it probably won't be until I get back. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested in hearing that whenever I come back from my trip. But anyways, as I was saying, let's just move on from that. That's all I gotta say. And now let's go ahead and dive right into this video. Okay, so first things first that I want to talk about in this video is the opening. Oh my gosh, once again, Codex kills it with the opening. And the visuals for the opening are so freaking stunning. And there's just so much that goes on in this opening that I have to like basically like stop and like take it piece by piece, because there's just so much that goes into it that if you just kind of zoom through it, you'll miss like a whole bunch of things. And like I said, there's just so much going on in this opening. So yeah, like everyone's been talking about this opening and like putting it together piece by piece. But there's one specifically that caught my attention the most, which was Natsuya in the opening next to Rin in Australia. So I was like, what? Like, that is crazy. That means that Natsuya and Rin are gonna be together, and we're gonna see both of them in Australia. Like, I think that's so freaking cool, because I was expecting to see Natsuya, you know, with everyone, with Haru and everybody. Seeing him with Rin, like, that was really unexpected to me. Like, but that's crazy. Like, I didn't, like, what? I'm excited though. Like, I'm really, really excited to see the story there and what's gonna happen, you know, there with Rin and Natsuya. I'm really, really, really excited. And it's just so nice to see like my boys back. And then also there was someone on Twitter saying that, you know, we have like a moment where Haru goes like Super Saiyan. Oh my goodness. But there's just so much that happens in this opening. Like, it's a lot to take in, really. But besides the opening being stunning and awesome as always, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into talking about the episode overall. Just, let's see, where do I start? There's just so much to talk about this episode. I guess let's start off with like, in the beginning, how Haru starts off the episode. Oh my god, Jesus, God. Like, this whole episode really just like reminds you just how much Haru has changed over the years, especially in the past 2 seasons. He is a completely different man, and I love that. Like, he smiles way more often, and I am here for it. I am living for Haru's smiles. Like, oh my Jesus, like, like, it's so awesome. I love seeing him happy and smiling. Like, it's so awesome. Also, one of my favorite moments had to be from this episode. Like, there's so many favorite moments, but the one moment that I really love was how we get to see Asahi in this episode, how he gets introduced here. I just love that he just kind of like walks into the college and he's just like, wait a minute, I know you. I love him like so much. He's just like, wait a minute, are you Haru Kanase? Like, he's like, do you remember me? And he's like, and then Haru responds like, yeah, I remember you. You're Asahi. And oh, like, it's so awesome to see these two together. There's just so much that these two have to catch up on. Like, it's been years since they've seen each other, because the last time that these two have seen each other were back in their middle school days. After their first year of middle school, Asahi did move, so he didn't get to like be with everyone anymore. And then on top of that, Haru did quit the swimming club, as you guys remember. And based on what I was seeing there, he was just like kind of remembering back in the past and just seeing Haru like really sad. I think it was Haru. Could have been Ikuya. I'm not really sure anymore, but I think it was Haru. But anyway, they just kind of talk about that it's been long, and then Asahi pretty much says, hey, you never responded to my letters, and Haru just says, yeah, I'm sorry about that, which I'm hoping that Haru will tell Asahi like what happened and why he quit the swimming club, because Makoto already knows, but he knew because of Coach Sasabe back in season 1 when he told him, because Coach Sasabe was really worried about him. So that's how Makoto knew, and Nagisa and Rei ended up finding out because Haru ended up telling he ended up telling them what happened and why he quit. Especially because Rei wanted to know back in season 1 what was going on and what was the whole situation, because he got dragged into this, and he didn't know what he was signing himself up for, but now that he was like involved, he wanted to know exactly like what the heck was going on here. So yeah, those are pretty much like the only people that really know everything. So I definitely think Haru really needs to tell Asahi at some point, especially Ikuya, because I feel like Ikuya, all the like Haru quitting, I feel like really affected him. And on top of that, back when the trailer dropped for season 3, it looks like Haru promised Ikuya something, so I'm really curious to see like what that promise was. But based on the title of next week's episode, it looks like we might be getting into that. Who knows? But I think that's what the next episode's gonna be about, especially like the way that this episode ended with Haru saying Ikuya. Like, he was so shocked to see him, and I was just like, oh my god! Like, I am not ready for next week's episode. Oh my goodness, I was screaming. I was just like, no, like, I didn't want this episode to be over. Like, I was just so excited and so like immersed into everything that was going on, and I love it because we see, most of the time was, Haru and Makoto, Asahi and Kisame pretty much catching up, but mainly with Asahi, because again, we haven't seen him. We have seen Kisame back in season 2, but we haven't really seen Asahi at all, so they've been catching up and making up for lost time, which is really cute. And I love Asahi so much. Like, he's so funny, and I love the relationship between him and Kisame. Kisame tends to play around a lot with Asahi, and I think that's so hilarious because he's always done that, especially back in High Speed. So it's really nice to see them still together, and they have seen like how much the relationship has grown, because it seems like they're really close, and it's awesome. I love that. Also, Asahi is just so freaking adorable. Oh my gosh, grown up Asahi, like, oh, like my heart can't take it. I love him, guys. Like, I love him so much. He's so adorable, and I really did enjoy his character in High Speed. So I'm really happy to see him all grown up, and I can't wait to see just how much he's changed over the years. But based on this first episode, it seems like he's still the same old Asahi that I loved in High Speed, and I love that, and I can't wait to pretty much get to know him and see what he's been up to. Well, we kind of pretty much see what he's been up to all these years, basically in this first episode, because he talks to Haru Makoto in the cafe as he's looking through like this picture book and showing everybody like what happened. And you know, he's talking about how he had to like do the same thing that Haru Makoto did, was like start a new swim club and like clean the pool and everything. So it seems that Asahi had the same experience as they did, which is so funny. Like, who would have thought? Like, what's the coincidence there, you know? And we basically get to see what he's been up to, and on top of that we see like his sister once again, which I honestly wasn't expecting to see his sister at all. It's really sweet to see his sister like married, and she has a little baby, so like we have Uncle Asahi, like it's Uncle Asahi, man! That's so adorable! Basically this whole episode was just mainly like a catch up with Asahi, and I loved it. I loved every minute of this episode, guys. Like, it's so amazing. Like, Haru has definitely changed so much. I know I've said this before, but like seeing him interact with Asahi and seeing him smile, like, oh my gosh, like my freaking heart. I really loved seeing their interactions together, and it just feels like, you know, nothing has changed. Like, no time has passed. Like, they just picked up where they left off, basically. At least that's how I felt. And it's just so nice to see Haru like with Asahi and like talking and bonding and everything. We also see, by the way, the older Mikoshiba brother. Like, it's so awesome to see, and it looks like we'll be seeing him more because he's on the same team as Haru at the same school and everything. You know, Kisame, Asahi, and the older Mikoshiba brother goes to the same school that Haru does, and they're on the same swim team. Well, not Kisame, but yeah, so that's really nice. I love that. Oh, and we also get to see Samezuka, Sosuke, and Iwatobi and see how they're doing on their end, which is really nice. It's nice to see the Iwatobi kids, which is Nagisa, Rei, and Go, with the swim club and how everything's going on and doing. Which I thought that was so weird, because I thought like the fact that they only got 3 people recruited, because when season 2 ended, we saw that they got a bunch of people, so I was like, what? But it looks like they explained that here, so I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. In this episode, we get to see how Sosuke is doing, and he's just basically helping out his family's, like, I think it's like a restaurant, if I remember correctly. And he's trying to write a letter to Rin, and his shoulder is healing nicely, which is really nice. And that he can swim, but he has to take it a little bit slow and not to overdo it, so that's good. But his shoulder's not completely healed, it's just healed slowly. It's getting better, so that's good, because he deserves way better than what he got. Like, he got a broken shoulder and all he wanted to do was swim with Rin. But anyways, and then we also get to see how Samezuka's doing a little bit, and we see that Iwatobi and Samezuka are still doing like their joint practices, and Sosuke is just basically there to like, he's just like watching over everybody, which is really nice. But I hope Sosuke gets to do something that he really wants to do in life and finds a passion, even though with his broken shoulder. So yeah, that's all I want for him. It's just for him to be happy. And I think, let's see, have I missed anything else? I don't think I've missed anything else other than we get to see how Rin's doing in Australia. He's talking in English, which is so freaking cute to hear Mamoru talking in English. I think it's adorable. And we see that Rin gets introduced to somebody. It's like a coach or something. I really don't know what's gonna happen there. I'm really curious what's gonna happen there with Rin, but I have a feeling it's gonna do something with Natsuya. I don't know, but we'll see. And then what else can we talk about? Oh, and the soundtrack. The soundtrack was so freaking amazing. The music is just really great, which is to be expected with Free. I have loved the soundtrack for Free so much. It was probably like one of the first ones that I've ever really noticed in an anime. Like, soundtrack wise, like all the music that kept playing, I always tend to remember back to a certain scene and everything. Like, the music is really good. Moving on from the music, another thing that I really enjoyed about this episode was how Rin and Haru were kind of like together, so to say. Like in this episode, like in the scene, like we had the screen kind of like split apart. We had Rin on one side of the world, and here we have Haru on the other side too. And we see them like racing, and it almost looks like they're racing each other. So it's so funny to see, because Haru like looks to his side and there's nobody there, and Rin does the same and there's nobody there, and it's just like, oh, like it's such a bittersweet feeling because it's like they expected them to be there by his side and they're not, like And then, like I said before at the beginning of this video, we did get to see a little bit of Ikuya and how he's doing. And yeah, we get to see that Haru pretty much sees him at the end of this episode. And I'm just like, oh, I really can't wait. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this whole episode. We do get to see a little bit of Ikuya too, along with what was his name? Hiyori, I think is what his name was, which is like the new character. I don't know a whole lot about him, especially because I haven't watched the recap movies, and I think we get more information from the recap movies, because I know that we got like a few new scenes in there. And that's where Hiyori gets introduced. So yeah, I really don't know a whole lot because, again, I haven't seen the recap movies, and Funimation's supposed to release them, I think they said around fall time? I'm not really sure. I think that's when they said that was going to be releasing. Also, I am really curious to see more about Hiyori, especially because what he said caught my attention. He basically said that Haru and Asahi are like copies of Ikuya, and I was just like, what? I don't know, I feel like that was so weird of him to say. Like, I don't know, I really don't know like what to explain it. It almost feels like how Sosuke is to Rin, how he didn't like acknowledge Haru. I feel like this is what Hiyori is doing. He basically doesn't acknowledge Haru and Asahi. At least that's what I'm getting from that comment and his reaction. So I was like, excuse you? Like, you know? So I don't know, I was just kind of like, boy, what are you talking about, you know? It's because we all know that Ikuya was the one that always copied Haru and everything he did. Like, we saw that in High Speed. He kept copying Haru like so much so he could swim the way that he did. Or yeah, so I thought that was weird of him saying that, like, that these two are like copies or inferior copies of Ikuya. So I was like, what? Like, huh? So I'm very, very curious to see like how he really feels towards Haru and everything. I mean, we kind of saw like what he feels towards Haru just by him saying that. So, but I'm really curious to dive into that more and get to know him a little bit better. So yeah. And also the new ending. Oh my gosh, the new ending is so freaking amazing and adorable. I love it. Especially like the very end, they did like the thing. They did the thing. I'll put a picture here, but they did the thing. Like, I was so happy about that. And I really love it. Like, the endings for Free are always like really fun. So I was like really excited to see like what this one was going to be like, because last time we had like a Future Fish where it was like what they would be if it wasn't for swimming. If they didn't pursue, you know, a career in swimming, so this is what they would be. And then before that, with season 1, we had like a desert kind of fun thing going on. And now here, this third ending, we get like this really fun and colorful and like musical like feel ending. It was really, really awesome with all the characters that we have met. So it's nice, it's really cool. I love it, I loved it. It's such a fun ending and I love it. And that is everything I wanted to discuss for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble on about Free and gush about everything that happened in this episode. I'm just so excited for the next episode. I can't wait. Oh, like, this series, like this third season, I feel like it's like tying everything in from like the past 2 seasons. Like, it's kind of like been leading up to this like new journey, and it's really exciting. I can't wait to see like all of my boys' like new journeys that they're starting, like their new chapters in their life they're starting. Like, it's really exciting to see them in college and like all going off and like starting their new chapters in their lives. So it's really nice and exciting. Like, oh, I'm so excited. And that is everything I really wanted to talk about for this video. I'm sorry if this becomes a really, really, really long video. I just had a lot to say, and I'm really, really excited that my boys are back. Like, our boys are back. Like it's been 4 years since the 2nd season. Like, holy freaking crap, it's been that long. I know we got movies and everything, but like, it's been so long, and it's so great to have such a wonderful series like Free back. And I'm just really happy to see all my boys. Like, I'm so happy. My heart is full, and like all the emotions that I felt for free are like rushing back in, and all that excitement and happiness, everything is like coming back in, and it's like, it's such an awesome feeling, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the episodes go on. Like, I'm really happy and excited. Like, oh, can't wait what happens in the next episode. Like, I want it to be Wednesday already. I want it to be Wednesday. Anyways, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't, if you guys want to hear more free for the next couple of weeks. And also just give a like. It lets me know, you know, if you guys liked this video. That way I can keep on doing more like this. And what else can I say? Oh, and I will put links to my social media down below. And yeah, so that's about it. That's all I gotta say, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!